Hello, beautiful. How are you doing today? So, I want to talk about a little idea called letting go and letting God. And the reason I want to talk about it today is that yesterday, oh my God, stop the presses. I took a day off. Well, almost, but I worked for like half an hour in the morning after getting up, and then I had errands to run in another town. And before I left, I turned off my computer and I said, I am not turning it back on today. I am going out. Part of the reason I was doing that is I'm completely burnt out. And it was like, Annie, you have to take some time off. So I did that yesterday. But the bigger reason is that I do believe that sometimes we have to get out of the way. We have to let go and let God, let life, the universe, do its thing. Sometimes it's like I hear God or hear my radiant team that I call my guides or angels or whatever you want to call them. And I can hear them like saying, come on, girl, like, phew, just get out of the way. You're not giving us any room to do our thing. Because it's so easy to think that it's all upon us to do everything. And before I get back to that, the interesting thing is that I actually slept, which is, I think I slept 6 or 7 hours, just getting up once. And I believe it might be the only time in the last 16 months since this whole journey thing happened to me. Starting with my separation that I talk about in another playlist in my channel. But it was like the first time. And I woke up this morning like so groggy, feeling so strange, like completely, what? Like, what is this feeling? And I got to thinking, is that what it feels like when you're not in fight or flight, super adrenal push state of being? And I was just kind of observing this kind of mellowness. I mean, it didn't last too long. It wasn't long before I felt, well, come on, girl, you took a day off now, like, get to work. You have a lot to do. The book launch is in 5 days. But anyway, it was very interesting to notice how odd it felt to feel rested and to not having pushed myself for like 24 hours. You know, in our society, the way things work in this world right now, the not doing is considered kind of a weakness. Not always consciously. Some of us are aware that we need to take time off, but there is still an underlying feeling that getting away, mostly when we have things to accomplish or urgency, or we need to make money, we need to do a business, we need to, I don't know, anything else that we feel we must do because our life kind of depends on it. The not doing feels like we're doing something wrong. And we have been like so, this idea of the accomplishment and action is something that has been drilled into us for so long. I don't know if it's your experience too, but I know that for sure it is mine. And I think when you're a highly sensitive person, these feelings get felt much deeper. And as somebody who lived with chronic illness, with ulcerative colitis, from the time I was 11 years old, it's also been that anytime I was able to be on my feet and being active, there was no excuse because I had so much time to make up for all the weeks or whatever, the time, the months that I had been sick. So as soon as it's like, well, you're strong enough now, so like, get doing. And it is such a deep programming to deprogram, to identify and then to deprogram. I mean, think about it. When you just do nothing, do you have a little voice behind you saying, well, okay, so you've been doing something unproductive for a while. Do you think maybe it's time to get back on track? As if being on track is always the pursuit of a goal. I know I have this deeply ingrained in me, even though I know better. But I'm working on it. I'm still not good at getting that being on track is not always just because we're pursuing our goals. You know, when we're trying to accomplish something in this world again, it's like if something didn't work out or isn't working out, what are the solutions that we're given or that we give ourselves? It's like, well, if this didn't work out, then you didn't do the right thing. You didn't do enough. We did something wrong because something is not working out. Therefore, we need to push harder and do more. And there is kind of a pride, a badge of honor in this society when people say, like I do, like, oh my God, I'm working so hard, I'm so exhausted, but I keep pushing and I'm gonna get to it and all this. It's something that is valued in this world. And darn, we have to shift things around and include something else. You know, the focus and the value we put on the doing, it's not wisdom, it's conditioning. It's actually being disconnected from the truth, because the truth is all about being. So let's not fool ourselves thinking that we're wise when we keep pushing and doing more. I mean, sometimes it's called for. Of course, there are moments in our lives, and I feel, I'll talk about this more, like my past 11 months of focusing on my book, why it was such a push. But anyway, sometimes it's called for. But even in those called for, if it's extended periods of time, then we still have to do it wisely enough, not like me, but do what I say, not what I did. But we have to be wise enough to find some balance, to be able to just let go, let God, and get out of the way. Because it is not all up to us. When we think everything in our lives is up to us, it's a great disservice. And we are just not allowing the other forces, the other intentions, whatever life's movements, destiny, God, higher self, we are not making room for them to do their thing. So let's remind ourselves, not doing has a lot of wisdom in it, and we should remember it more often. That being said, as I said earlier, today is 5-day countdown to the official launch of my book, A Splendid Mess, Chronicles of a Practically Enlightened Misfit. And here's the thing. The official book launch is Sunday, September 15th, but Amazon has actually listed it as active already. So interesting, whatever, it happened. It's just the way it is, and it's okay. But here is something I would like to ask. If you intend on buying this book, I would like you to go put it in your cart on Amazon and then order it on the 15th. Because I'm trying to send a message. I would like Amazon's algorithm and whatever thing they use to decide if something needs to be promoted more, to get a message on Sunday, September the 15th, that there is actually interest in that. So that's my message for today. I am planning on coming back, big doing, but it's also kind of a reward. I have to honor all the work I've done. I plan on coming back every day, 5 days in a row. So be sure to tune in and share this with friends, subscribe, like the video, get my book. And I will see you, oh my God, tomorrow. Bye.